Welcome to The Life of Hair. My name's James Atkinson, and in today's episode we're going to look at an absolute classic, a pure technique, a one length bob. But we're going to look at it from a slightly different angle. Now I'm sure there's loads of you that can cut a one length bob, and that is absolutely fine. But I'm going to show you two little tricks and tips today that are going to really ramp up your bob game if you struggle to get them absolutely pure. Really clean, really straight. These two tricks are absolutely foolproof, and I've been doing them for years and years and years, and I have never ever had a problem with getting my bobs absolutely clean. So let's crack on with the video, and remember, if you enjoy it, then share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button. And I just want to give a shout out to all of those people who comment week in, week out on all of the videos. You guys are fantastic. I love chatting to you in the comments. And for all the people who have subscribed recently, I've had a massive influx of subscribers. And obviously, you know, that makes all the difference to how I feel about making these videos. I mean, I love making them anyway, but you know, that gives that little bit of a confidence boost that I'm doing the right things that you guys want to see. So have a lovely week, and I'll see you again next time for another episode of The Life of Hair.
Pre-section for this haircut is incredibly simple. Horseshoe section, centre parting down the back, and then section off from the middle of the occipital bone to the top of the ear. Now, this might seem like a lot of hair we're cutting off in one go, but I am a massive advocate of cutting enough hair that one, you have a clear guideline to work from, and two, that you spend more time cutting the hair dry than you do wet. Now, as you've seen, we have cut this left hand side as most people do, cutting from the inside out. However, on this right hand side, we are doing the exact same motion, but to recreate this motion, we need to turn the scissors upside down. This ensures that we get the exact same result on both sides. We are now dropping down all the hair that is underneath the horseshoe, including the sides, because the sides have less hair in them. Using that upside down cutting method, we cut the hair fractionally longer than the first line that we cut in. This is to ensure that if we have any shrinkage when we blow dry, that our hair will all be exactly the same length. If it is not, then we can cut it off when we refine. We do exactly the same thing on this left hand side, cutting from the inside out. Remembering to leave the hair slightly longer than our first section that we cut. Now we simply connect our back into our sides. You can see that there's not a huge amount of density on the hairline here. If there was more hair, then I'd probably split this section into two. And we need to continue the same method of holding our scissors upside down to cut towards the front hairline. This feels very awkward in the beginning, but believe you me, is well worth it. I always alter my symmetry when the hair is wet. I don't alter it once I have dried it. Once I have changed my symmetry here on this left hand side, we simply blow dry the hair, including the horseshoe that was at the top. The reason that we do not cut this hair wet is because this allows for hair growth patterns in the crown, whereas the first section that we left overhanging allows for hairline jumping and nape whirls, etc. Leaving that top section to overhang, blow dry and refine it away means that the hair sits in absolutely perfectly natural fall. So no matter how the client wears her hair, it will always sit cleanly. The same rules apply when we're cutting the hair dry. we do need to make sure that we are staying with the upside down scissor method. The main reason for this is because naturally when we cut the hair is pushed in the direction that we cut it. So if we cut the hair with our scissors the same way round, all the way round, we will inherently push the hair in opposite directions. This can cause indiscrepancy and make cutting our clean bob more difficult. Now this is where everything gets a bit more detailed. Refining, as I said in the beginning, is a very important part of cutting hair, and especially when it comes to shorter hair types. I liken it to an artist. An artist can do a drawing of a landscape or a bridge or whatever, but until that artist personalizes it, shades it, or even colors it in, there's no way of distinguishing that individual's work from the individual next to him per se. And this is exactly as it is in your salon. Your refining is what separates you from everyone else. And here we have an absolute classic one length, timeless haircut, one that will never go out of fashion, and that you should know exactly how to pull it out of the bag every single time on every single hair type. If you've enjoyed this episode of The Life of Hair, remember to subscribe, smash that thumbs up button, leave me a comment for any video suggestions, and I will see you again next week for another episode of The Life of Hair.